Step into Everybody, welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. You're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave Roberts will be joining us soon, right after the break. Guys up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, taking the show on the road, and it looks like he's going to do that here in the next couple, 3 months. So he's going to spread the word out there about Golf After Hours. Very cool. We'll catch up with him and see how hard he's working. Hey, folks, listen, we have another great show for you tonight. We're going to tee it up first with Rich Taylor. He's the director of golf at TPC Dance Bay, Mexico. As a matter of fact, folks, it's the number one golf course in the country and resort. I mean, it's a real deal. And, he's got a special offer for our viewers. So if you're thinking about breaking away, I know it's a little warm, but September and October and November are right around the corner, man. And if wait till you see this place, it's phenomenal. So you want to stick around for that. And then at the turn, we're going to catch up with sponsor guest Austin Hanna. He's the owner of Double Shots. He'll join us live at his new venue, Breakwater, on the beautiful shores of Blood Canyon Lake. So you want to stick around for that as well. Hey, this we're going to recap the FedEx. Victor Hovland, I don't know if you're a big fan of him, but if you love golf, you've seen the last 2 weeks of some of the best golf I've seen probably ever. And the Ryder Cup players have been picked. And would like your comments. Who would you like to have picked and who is snubbed? I think Dave and I have a lot to talk about that too. We're going to do that right after the break. You know the old deal. Grab yourself a cold one. It's Golf After Hours. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. Hey, I was missing a cold one, so I almost didn't make it back here. But hey, this we're ready to go. Davey Gravy, what is going on, man?
Don't worry, brother. I had your back. I was already bringing up the lines in my mind. So, you could have went and got that drink. It's okay.
Well, I did. It's a little bitty one, but it's enough to get me through the show.
Yeah, I had to have a little bitty one myself. It's a Davy Gravy special just to kind of put me. They got Mr. Pibb out here. And let me tell you, Fireball and Pibb is a good combination. Let me just tell you that.
Hey, listen, I see you're out in Albuquerque, one of my old stomping grounds. I used to live out there for about a year and a half and spent a lot of time going up in the Sandia Mountains, taking that tram up there. Is probably the most awesomest thing in Albuquerque. Pretty cool. Have you had any downtime to go play any golf or do any of that stuff or no?
Well, I played a little golf at the home course. I was doing a little course review after hours, of course, not during the duty hours.
Sure.
Because we had to have some, we were hunting for beverages. I mean, that's just the game at this. But Tierra Arroyo is where we're at Kirtland Air Force Base, right outside Albuquerque. Home a lot of big stuff out here. It's gorgeous. And folks, I feel so sorry for you. Because, overnight lows right now, right around 67, 68. Yesterday was a heat wave. It was 82 like degrees. I just don't know how to deal with all that.
Well, you seem like you're doing a good job, Davey. Seems like you're doing a real good job.
Yeah, but what's got me is the time zones. Last week being on the East Coast over at Langley, home of NASA and, the research center. And then now this week, at a different time zone, we're in mountain time zone. So trying to keep the sleep in the central zone because, I was home for the PGA junior event at Fort Sam. And I find myself waking up in odd hours because you got that mind clock. But folks, if you haven't come out and played Sandia and, come on Kirtland Air Force Base, there are so many wonderful golf courses out here. It's you drive, and I was flying in. It was really cool because when I was flying in the other day, and you look and you go, oh, it's all brown, and all of a sudden, nice green golf course. Fly a little over, there's another one, and I'm going, man. They got a casino resort.
What a great What a
It's a
great
pretty
summer
darn
getaway.
good one. Huh?
What a great summer getaway, right, Dave?
Oh, it is. It is. And, we haven't even talked about the Ria Doses of the world and, of course, Inn of the Mountain Gods and all of those. But New Mexico is it's a very vibrant place, even though the majority of it's desert. And all I know is a 9-iron goes 175 yards out here. That's all I know. I witnessed it personally. I thought I was all over the flag, and the next thing you know, I was talking to a coyote. It was just it hit it that far out into the desert.
Well, I'm glad you bought golf. I'm glad you bought the game of golf. Okay, Gravy. Is Victor Hovland, had you just watched some of the best golf, and you and I have watched some great players. I have not seen what he had done in the last 2 weeks by some of the greatest players to almost ever live here to make this happen. No one kicks it up like this guy did. You don't have to be a Victor Hovland fan. I mean, he won last week. He's the dog, $18 million in his pocket, and he moved way up the ladder to number one, or around the number one area. And he is the real deal. And everybody's been looking at him for a long time, man. But was that some great golf or what?
It's a great golf. And, as you've been witnessing the last half year on the PGA Tour, these guys get streaky. And look at Lucas Glover as well. I mean, win a couple of tournaments, but to win two biggies like this,
Yeah.
Because Lucas did win the first one. So Victor winning two. I mean, when the putter is hot, my gosh. And that guy,
he
was everything. Look, but it's kind of in the beginning of that one round, he, wasn't tough. When your longest putt was 6 feet, he was knocking it pretty stiff too. So exciting golf. Still don't agree with the FedEx. I mean, Hovland would have won it no matter what if you got the strokes or not the strokes.
Yeah.
But it's good to see. And again, golf on the PGA Tour was very vibrant this year. I love using that word because it was exciting. Not only because we were doing one and done and we're checking all of our people, but you had a lot of different winners. You had reemergence of Ricky Fowler. You had all these different stories. You couldn't have wrote this season on the PGA Tour any better.
Well, I think it kind of shows you, though, Dave, I'm getting closer to trying to understand a little bit because look at all the guys who came from 10 strokes down and look what happened to Scheffler. I mean, it's the possibilities that it can happen. If you're 20 strokes out, you're not getting on the final 30 anyways. But, unless you know that there's a chance, I was thinking about that when this was all happening. I goes, you got to be kidding me. Look at where Scheffler came out of. I mean, man, this guy kicked it up a notch as well. Two guys playing together. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't turn it off, man. I was addicted to it.
Yeah, and I like Alexander Scheffler. Liked him last year. He's done great things. Glad he's on the up with us. But if you take a look, okay, and take away they got this many strokes, that many strokes, you know what? I think he would have actually won the golf tournament because he is farther behind than Victor Hovland was. So very exciting golf.
That's why I'm saying.
But, Scotty Scheffler, I think the water ball did him in. And at that point, it was like, okay, in that first round, okay, I'm here for the money. I've got my stuff. But
he was nowhere.
It was good. It was a great tournament. East Lake's a great place. That's a fantastic golf course.
Well, hey, Ryder Cup picks are out.
Yeah. You see the sorrow in my face. Yes.
Okay, so I couldn't wait to talk to you about that. I don't know, we're getting probably pretty close to a break, but I want to get this in. Zach Johnson has made some picks. I mean, we know who the automatics are. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Patrick Cantlay, Brian Harman, Brooke Koepka, and of course, Scheffler jumped in front of Max Homa as the number 6 because of what happened this weekend. But tell me who you don't think should be on it. I think I know what you're going to say, but
he has the same initials as my son, and it's JT. I don't think he should have been on it. I get his former record of being, 16-2-1. I get all that. But right
Yeah.
now, that guy's in a major slump. And I just didn't agree with Sam Burns being on there as well. I think if you added Keegan Bradley on there and Lucas Glover, I think it would have been I think those two should have been picked ahead of those other guys.
You know, I don't think Zach made that big of a deal. I think the biggest mistake he made is Justin Thomas. And we're going to find out what pressure. Justin Thomas is under a ton of pressure when the world is going to be watching this. And Zach is going to be just as much pressure to make sure that he had made the right pick. He could have did a little bit of history, and he could have really done something special for Lucas Glover. Here's a guy who's been doing this all his life. He starts coming on hot. He's been playing good all year long. I mean, but he came on hot at the right time. And I think he messed up on that deal. I think it could have been tipping his hat to say, buddy, just because of your age, I still got to pick you. He played in the President's Cup before, so he's got that kind of experience. But to pass up Lucas Glover and take JT, I would understand the Keaton Bradley, and I would understand, Max Homa. I would have understood all of those. But JT, I don't know about that. But it's going to be interesting to watch. All in all, Dave, do you think Zach put together a really good team?
No, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's the team that's going to win. There's no doubt. They're strong top to bottom, but this picking of Justin Thomas and actually Sam Burns too is like Kiawah Island when they picked Steve Pate, and he ended up not even playing the Seagulls because of tornado got into a car wreck and we lost a point just before we even teed up. But it's one of those picks that they did good previous year, but they've been a slump. Look, Justin Thomas hadn't done anything in 2 months. I mean,
he had.
I don't think he picked up a club more than 2 rounds.
Cut 3 times from the majors. I mean, he didn't make the FedEx Cup. And hey, folks who's all watching us, man, what's your thought on that? I'd really like to see, what you guys were thinking, what's your thoughts are about Justin Thomas being on the Ryder Cup. Hey, and how do you pass up Bryson DeChambeau? Did he snub him because he went to the LIV? Because he sure as the hell I played better than Justin Thomas is.
You might as well pick Patrick Reed over Sam Burns, Captain America, because he's been playing pretty decent on the LIV Tour lately too. So, but Ratch, we've got the team. I get it. He's doing it for leadership, but there's some sour grapes, not only through the media, but also through the players, because they're seeing, like what you said about Lucas Glover. I mean, excelling. I mean, he won 3 weeks ago. Come on. He's hot. He's won 2 times out of the last 4 or 5 weeks. And you don't even give the guy a thought? Come on.
Well, in none of these guys, I can figure out Dustin Johnson. Okay, I'll give you that. But, I mean, when you're talking about a guy who's really hot and played well in 2021, he helped the team win. He did a 50% or most of the time, but the ones that he did win really counted. And those were amazing to watch. JT was good in 2021, but it's not what you did for me then. It's what you do for me now.
And you know what's going to happen? It's going to happen. If you take a look, folks who are watching out there, and you see Ratchman's shirt is the Internationals, and my shirt is the USA. I feel now that we got the picks, here come the ugly shirts. Okay, so it's kind of like the ugly sweater thing at Christmas. It's the ugly shirts at the Ryder Cup.
And you heard that from Dave Roberts. Folks, listen.
That's right. Got it first here at the Texas Golf Insider.
Hey, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to Mexico. We got some special guests coming on with some special pricing. I kind of checked out the website. They're in the Texas Golf Insider magazine. I know you're talking about it's really hot. I know we've had Michigan on and Wisconsin on. Everybody's kind of fleeing up there. But the good times are coming, and you need to really stick around for this. So if you haven't already got yourself a Colin, go grab one. We'll be back right after the break.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at Landa Park Golf.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience in 2023? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy the golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. All the way in New Mexico is Dave Roberts. He's staying up late with us, and good to have you here, Davey. Hey, folks, listen, if you're living in the Comal County area and the surrounding areas in New Braunfels, the City Championship is going to be the 9th and 10th at Landa Park. And I just played Landa in the charity tournament. We're going to talk about that at the end of the show. And folks, it's $150 to get in. The best thing you can do is check out Landa Park. Give them a call. There's still time to sign up, but I think Friday is the last day you can sign up. So you got 2 more days. Check it out. It's the City Championship, and we got a ton of you folks from up north that are moving in and you qualify if you can pull it off. That's the City Championship, New Braunfels, Texas, and the course is Landa Park. Check it out. Hey, folks, listen, we got a special guest with us. And it's kind of nice to talk about Mexico when you get a chance to do that, but to see all the beauty that goes into this course that we're going to be talking about is phenomenal. We got Rich Taylor. He's the director of golf at Dante Bay Resort, and that's in Mexico. Rich, I want to welcome you to the show, and I really envy your position. I had a link of several photos that you guys had sent me. I didn't know which ones to post, buddy. I mean,
it's a
it's
fabulous
phenomenal.
place. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Reese Jones did an unbelievable job. And if you said which one is our signature hole, I mean, we have one obviously that's on the cliff, that's hole 17, that's amazing. But I think the other 17 holes could be signature holes, as
Yeah,
well. So, yeah, that's how good it is.
I'll tell you when you talk about golf, I have never seen anything like it. And I mean, Dave and I both have been around for a real long time, and I've been down to Cabo and some of those places, really good courses.
Right.
But you take a look at some of the elevation changes on some of these and the beauty, and these are not propped up. And that's what really kind of gets. A lot of people really prop these things up, but you got people walking on the greens. Some of the video that we have, and I'm going, it's breathtaking.
Yeah, it is. And it's, you go on the website and it's beautiful, but in person, it's unbelievable. So the videos don't even do it justice. I mean, it's that kind of topography that you're winding up into the mountains. You have 3,000, 4,000 foot mountains surrounding these holes, and you're up on those. And then 2 holes later, you're down by the water again. And then you're back up into the mountains. And it's spectacular. It really is.
Well, as an operator, does that mean you have a little issue with pace of play because you're taking pictures all the time instead of playing golf?
People are out there to have fun, and they're taking photos and they're having a great time. We go out on 15-minute intervals to give people plenty of time to play out there. Yeah. Everybody's on vacation. So they're having a great time. And the view, people are taking photos and the views are stunning. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine that either. We have courses that Dave and I both played where, it's a slow play, and they expect it because when you get up there and some of the breathtaking views that I see that you guys have, that was a good question by Dave. I'm going, how long does the round take? Because we've been to those places where you go, okay, now look in front. Now you get on the green, you go, okay, now look back.
Right.
And, there's not a bad scene. And there's so many of those that you have out there. I got to ask you, Rich, how did you land that position of being the director of golf out there?
Well, it's a fun story. The owner invited me down to come look at it, and we actually have a director of golf. I'm actually over all the business development, sales, and marketing, but I've been with them for 4 years, and I was just in the right place at the right time to get invited down to come look at it. And I really thought I would just go down and look at it, and that would be it. But when I got down there, I was like, wow, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, I was just fell in love with the place. So I said, I want to be a part of it. It's still an undiscovered gem. It really is. So.
Well, looking at the pictures myself, because I wanted to see what it's about, except for the drama part on the backside, because last year I fell off a cliff in Arkansas. So I'd have to kind of be wary there. But
you can't be invited out there, Dave.
Yeah, I'm maybe cart path only on your back nine, but I mean, I saw some pictures. I'm thinking in my mind, wow, it'd be hard to concentrate just playing golf if I was the average golfer. Then, going out there and I'm not shooting for score. I mean,
right.
It's a beautiful property, but I think it's so unique because you have like 4 or 5 different types of things. You got foothills, you got cliffs, you got a valley. I mean, wow, it gives you everything.
It does. And it's actually a great risk reward course. You can actually score really well on it. It can be difficult if you're hitting it left and right, but if you can hit it down the middle, you can score well on that. So, and it's easy to play. It's women friendly. We have a lot of ladies out there playing, a lot of kids, a lot of families. So not a whole lot of forced carries if you play the right tee boxes. And so it's really enjoyable for everyone.
Well, let me ask you then, is it really kind of based for families, or you get guys coming on down or ladies coming on down and, 8, 12 people have their tournaments, and I know how I get when I get a weekend out.
Sure.
You pack as much as you can into it. So it's kind of good for both.
It is. I mean, we're a family resort. So in addition to golf, we have a 39,000 square foot spa. We've got 5 pools. We've got the beach. We've got paddleboarding. We've got snorkeling tours, whale watching. So there's something for everyone. ATV tours. So we'll get the 12 guys down there that get on the unlimited golf package and play 36 holes a day. And then we'll get some couples out and they play in the morning and they're by the pool and enjoying themselves, relaxing. And we have families come out and go out as a family. So a little bit of something for everybody here.
Well, I was checking it out and stuff, and I read this thing that was on the site about future functional marina coming soon.
Yeah, there's big plans still down there for the bay. So we are going to put a marina in. We're building some more lodging. There's a lot going on. It's a big project that'll take a few more years.
I retire in a couple of years. I think I've got my next. I'm going to come in as a cart staff guy instead of a golf professional.
Yeah.
You know, just that way I can just enjoy everything.
Yeah, and it's really actually, we're in Loreto, Mexico, so on the Baja, on the Sea of Cortez side. But from your area, we have direct flights that are from Dallas to Loreto that start in October, and they run every Saturday. So it's just a little under 3 hours on the flight, and you're there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's nice when you can do that. So, what are the pricings usually of a flight to get down there? And you make your way there. I don't know what airport that you would land in, and then I'm sure there. And I've been down to Mexico before, so it always seems to be an hour to get to the destinations once we get there. How long does it take from the airport to get out there?
It takes 30 minutes. We're a 30-minute drive from the Loreto airport. And as a golf group, if you were to come with 12 guys or whatever that is, we take care of and arrange for your transportation and all the details. Once you land, we'll take care of it from there.
Well, I've been at properties, and I read this and I'm thinking, wow, I've been at properties 4.5 out of 5 stars, Golf Digest. And you know how that works,
right?
In the reviews and stuff like this. But then I picked this one little article and it says top 25 best golf courses in the world. I was just worried about being the best in San Antonio. You're like in the world.
Yeah. It's just the beauty and the topography. I mean, and again, Rees Jones did an unbelievable job. The layout is just so fun, and what we find is people that come down, then they bring their friends, they bring more people, right? Which is great. But it's the kind of golf course that you can play it 4 or 5 days in a row and you didn't get enough of it. So it's that kind of a place. I mean, it's, we have 5-6 tee boxes on every hole. So it can be moved around every day, and it's super fun.
So pick your poison when you come on down. Hey, talk a little bit about the accommodations there. And I know just earlier you were saying that you're working on more accommodations. I looked at some of the hotel and how it's all laid out. It seems like there's a view every place you look.
Yeah, there is. And all the rooms are suites. So all the rooms have a little kitchen in there with a refrigerator, and we start at 650 square feet is our smallest room, and then we go all the way up to, you can get a suite for 1,300 square feet. So ranges in size for how many people are coming, and but they're all suites.
Well, they look nice.
Yeah, they're very nice.
And Steve Parsons is trying to get us to come on down there.
Good.
And yeah, and I do want to come on down. One of my buddies up in Dallas as well. We all talked about it. What is the perfect time of the year? I know right now, Texas and anything south of that, and pretty much, to the side of it, we're just getting our butts handed to us when it comes to heat. And
Right.
what would you say, Rich, is the perfect time to come on down, spend 3 or 4 days, and enjoy the weather and the golf?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's a little warmer in the summer. So I think if you came down anytime between mid-October all the way till June, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
You just get a little bit of different temperature. We have pospalum grass, so we don't overseed. It grows all year. Yeah. So those are great times to come. I think you could kind of plan it on daylight. You come down in May, you're going to get a little bit more daylight and play a little bit longer, but any of those months are great.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
It really is good to know because, we did the same here in Texas. All the people up in Wisconsin and Michigan come down dragging us up there.
Right.
So we can show, how it plays that way.
Sure.
And then in the wintertime, guess where they come? They come to your place.
That's
They
right.
come down here. So it kind of works that way. I can tell you this. I'm a Wisconsin boy to begin with. So I left there because of the cold. So when we
Right.
get this kind of heat, it doesn't bother me. I'm still going to go play golf. Matter of fact, got a tee time Friday.
Right.
And, and it's supposed to be 103. Okay, we get an earlier tea time, but we're still going to play, drink beer, and do what we normally do with our foursome. Hey, Rich, we're getting pretty close to being up against the clock.
Sure.
I know you have packages that are available, and I just got a really nice video. I mean, whoever did the video did a great job. And your photographer, I mean, you guys don't save money. You spend it very well when it comes to photography. And I tell you, we're not talking about just a few pictures. We're talking about hundreds of them that I looked through. And matter of fact, the day got away from me. I started looking at this, and then there was food, and then there was fishing. And you got some great fishing down there, man. I mean, yeah, tell us a little bit about the fishing, because I'm a big fisherman. I love to come on down and do those things.
Sure. So the fishing is amazing down there, and different times of the year is different type of fish, but we do fishing excursions where the boats will come right up to our beach where the resort is at, pick you up, take you out 20 minutes. You can catch all the fish you want and some big fish, bring it back that night, and our chef will cook it for you. So it's pretty cool. In our packages, we have a package that's interchangeable. So if you don't want to golf one day, you can go fish. And just
that's what I like.
Right. You just change it out and go fish. Yeah.
Well, and I'm a big snorkeling guy. I love doing that. My wife and I both. We can spend a whole day out there doing the snorkeling, and I've seen the clear waters that you guys got out there. That has to be a gas to get out there and do something there.
It is. The snorkeling is amazing. It's like Caribbean water, the color, the turquoise. It's just, and the snorkeling is awesome. There's dolphins out there, and yeah, it's called the Aquarium of the World. Jacques Cousteau named this area in the Sea of Cortez the aquarium.
Really?
It's so much marine life out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, my wife and I have talked about it. My buddy up in Dallas, Joe Valentino, he's the one who has talked with Steve, and you guys do a few things with us. So we're going to try to get some people to come on down, man. I mean, it just sounds like a wonderful place to be. I think you got a pretty good position out there, Rich.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of
That's peachy, baby. That's peachy.
I tell you what, it's great to be there. It's a really cool place. And again, from the Dallas market or the Texas market, easy, really not that hard to get to. I mean, you can go direct on DFW to Loretto, or you can go through Phoenix and scoot in, and it's not that hard.
Well, hey, I Googled it, Ratchman. I Googled it already. It's 3 hours from there to Dallas and 3 hours from the Dallas to the PGA show. We can make a January, February trip.
There you go.
Hey, now
right
that
there,
will sound like
hey,
if we do, we're going to set it up with you, Rich.
You bet. I'll be there. I'd love to have you guys out.
We'd sure like to come on down and visit. Where's a good website that somebody can go to if they're interested in knowing? Because I know some of your packages for 3 days, folks, start at $1,000.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
TPCdansantebay.com.
Okay. Hey, Rich, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you coming on, spending a few minutes with us. Let's do this again. Only this time, next time, Dave and Al have something to talk about because we will have visited your place. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Perfect. I appreciate the time. Yeah, appreciate it.
You bet, Rich. Have yourself a great rest of the week.
Thanks.
Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to Canyon Lake. We're going to catch up with one of our sponsors, so don't go away. Grab yourself another cold one. Hey, we're coming right back. Golf After Hours.
Work hard, play hard with our Labor Day sale at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, happening September 1st through the 4th. This sale is your chance to get a 50% bonus trade-in on all new woods, 15% off all used and demo clubs, 15% off all apparel, and many more deals in-store or online. Don't miss our Labor Day sale at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, happening September 1st through the 4th. Visit us in-store or online at edwinwattsgolf.com.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Bracken.
Discover the beauty of TPC Danzante Bay, Mexico's only TPC golf course at the islands of Loreto in Baja California Sur, voted one of the top 25 best golf courses in the world. Revel in a truly sensational experience with the unlimited golf or spa package, starting at just over $1,000 per person for a 3-night stay. Includes lodging at Villa del Palmar at the islands of Loreto, unlimited golf, and so much more. Book now at 1-800-790-4187.
Back everybody to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. Hey, we're still trying to hunt down Austin Hanna, him trying to get this place opened up. He's trying to do it straight out of there. There's a good chance his internet ain't working the way he'd like it. He hasn't opened up yet. So he was going to give us a sneak preview. We'll see if we can still kind of catch up with him. If not, we got a ton of stuff to talk about. Hey, Gravy, I am not doing well with my internet here. Can we give some shout outs to some of our watchers here?
Yes, we want to say thank you, Jeanette McCormish. A cold one, fireball, and sparkling ice black cherry. Thanks for the inspiration, Dave. I'm here to make a difference in everyone's life, one fireball at a time. Anyway, hey, Joe and Donna, they're looking forward to, that's going to be a heck of a sixth-some out there with us out there doing that.
Yeah, him and I already talked about it. We really have.
Joe, you're right. Zach did mess up, but I'm not going to be voting for Europe. Maybe their clothing line will be better, but other than that, and of course for Steve Parsons, who has been with TPC Danzante Bay, I'll give you a phone number, guys. So get your pencil out: 877-205-1228. He'll give you a great deal if you call that phone number, 877-205-1228. And Mike, he invited us to broadcast live from there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a smooth talker, and I can assure you that. Yeah, and I suppose Johnny,
you don't have to pull my ear on that one.
Hey, folks, I just want to thank everybody for chiming in. Really do. Hey, listen, we'd sure like to know too a little bit about the Ryder Cup. Did the Ryder Cup, did Zach Johnson, make the right call? Does he have the right team? Did he snub somebody that's kind of peeing you off a little bit? Or did he pick somebody that maybe you didn't like? We'd like to hear about it. We've already had some 14, 15 comments here. And folks, listen, if you're thinking about taking a vacation in the fall, last guy that was on, he's not kidding. He goes to work every day in heaven. And let me tell you, he's got himself a position, but you need to jump on their website and check it out. And call that number too, Steve Parsons. You can give him a call, man. He's got some great packages going on. And Steve, we're probably going to come to Mexico and take you up on that. It probably won't be until after October, but we could probably pull that off. Well, hold it. People are wanting to know, what's that number?
877-205-1228 is the number.
Give him a call. Find out the packages he's got. Hey, in the meantime, we hunted down one of our sponsor guests, Austin Hanna, and we thought we were going to catch you at Breakwater. And we didn't know for sure if you were going to be there or not. Oh,
Something,
okay.
Maybe he's out there. There's some waves going in the wrong direction, more bars and more places, but not right here,
It looks like, okay, he's trying, let's see. I'll find out the packages he's got here. In the meantime,
look at this. I love live TV, folks.
Looks like, okay, he's
folks,
on track.
while Mike is doing that, folks, don't forget to pick up the latest edition of the Texas Golf Insider magazine. Land of Park, which he was talking about the tournament, is on the front cover. And don't forget, TexasGolfInsider.com. You're going to get the digital book, and let your fingers do the walking. It's a snap.
Hey, we finally got him back again. What's going on, Austin Hanna?
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, it's okay.
How you been, man?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing tonight?
I told everybody we might get a little sneak preview of Breakwater, and but no luck, huh?
Nope. No, I had to go to baseball practice this
Well,
afternoon. So,
hey, before we get to your new venue, man, I want to tell you, it was a little warm out playing golf, but what a blast! I mean, you got some great people. Everybody that was hitting hitting up and down the fairways. I never seen so many balls that nobody wanted to pick up in my whole life. Because it was cart path. Did you see all that too? It was cart path only, and people go, "Hell, that's bull crap. I'm not going to walk over there and get that." I
got there for sure.
Yeah, I got some new backyard balls, I can tell you that. Hey, Austin, I think you pulled off a really good tournament, and whoever did not go back to double shots after that missed. I mean, place was jam-packed. Food was awesome, dude. I mean, you really treated all your golf great. Everybody I talked to, they all hung around outside, some smoking cigars, which was a really good idea. And the place was packed indoors too, man. You guys really did a great job with your service, your ladies. Just, it was kind of nice. And I love a bar like that. When you put your glass down and just as they see you're empty, another one comes in your hand.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's the bar you want to go to. And I can see why your place is packed like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that feedback. And I think I mentioned to you that whenever I do these golf tournaments, I always tell myself, why do I continue to do these golf tournaments? Because it's a pain to get going and to get organized and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's why I do it, because it's an awesome time. It gets us all out of the office. It gets us all out there together doing one thing that we all love, whether we're good at it or not.
Right, exactly, man.
Yeah. So I'm glad that y'all enjoyed it. I'm glad it was a good experience. I definitely had a few that day, so I know I had a good time.
Well,
that's all that counts. And I'm going to try to make sure next year that I do better. Right now, I'm on my grow golf around the world tour. So I'm going to all these different places. But next year I'm going to ensure, Mike, that I've got blackout dates. So as soon as I hear from you that what the dates are, I'm going to put it in motion, and I'll make sure I'll be at that celebration. That's all I'm going to call it, a celebration, because it is a golf tournament. Everybody celebrating, not working, and I want to be part of it.
I'm going to try to get it to where it's not 110 degrees outside at 1 o'clock shotgun though. Next time.
I'm going to help you on that too. I'm going to help you on that.
Yeah.
Hey, but Austin, you had it planned at the perfect time in March.
I know.
And then, stuff happened. I get all of that. And at least you got it, and you did it for a good charity. Tell a little bit about where the money is going to be going. And that's why the fun factor is so cool about what you do every year and New Braunfels is how you're connected.
Yeah. So this one, obviously with we had to push this tournament back multiple times just for whatever reasons. So we still honored this donation is going towards the Canyon High School football team, because that's who we committed to a long time ago whenever we first got the tournament going. So we're doing all the funds right now. I think we're going to be able to give about $2,000.
Beautiful.
To their organization. So that should be good. And then, hopefully we can schedule one for March-ish. Yeah, March-ish, where it's starting to get a little bit more warm, but still not too whatnot. So we are looking for other youth organizations to donate to. So, if anybody's listening to this podcast, any ideas, please feel free to obviously let Mike, and you can share that with me. But yeah, that's the biggest reason why we do it. That way we can, go out there, have fun, hang out with boys or the girls or whatever, toss a few back, hit 1 or 2 good golf shots every now and then, but then give back to the community, the young adults that we're raising to help further our country and livelihood.
Well, on a side note of that, because you're donating to Canyon High School and you're impacting lives, there's 2 Canyon High School golfers. One happens to be my son, and then his middle school, his junior golf partner, his high school partner from Canyon. They're teeing it up together in a Division I golf tournament together in Kentucky today. So the things that you're doing impacting lives can lead to something like what's going on with Ty and Quade. I mean, Canyon High School products. And we appreciate you doing that. I'm a big junior golf guy. I mean, I'm really big at junior golf. And this thing that I've been doing with the Payne Stewart program of impacting juniors' lives, and then hearing you tell how you're going to take care and do this for like the football team and other youth activities, that's our future, folks. And so please, contribute. Please contribute.
Absolutely.
Because it is impacting those lives. And I have a thing here right now that one of my monikers is get them off the screens and get them on the greens.
Yes, 100%. Yes, I like that. That's catchy.
I do too.
You can have it. Hey, you can have
them off the screens, get them on the green,
and get them on the green.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, no, we're always. I mean, it's been so hot outside lately, so it's hard because I have 2 young boys, and it's hard for them to get out for too long because it's so hot. But I mean, we push them out the door because they're better behaved, they're better disciplined. They're more active, they're just better human beings if they're just active and outside instead of just watching the TV screen.
Vitamin D therapy.
Austin, we know all about double shots. And folks, if you don't know about double shots, it's probably because you don't live in New Braunfels, or maybe you're new to Texas. I don't know how. I can see an expansion coming real soon at your place. I mean, you pack them in, and not only that, you expanded outdoors, which is a really nice outdoor area. You ain't going to miss any football or anything like that. You can still smoke your cigars. But, there's a lot of people waiting for what's going on at Canyon Lake. And you heard it.
Oh, yeah.
But when we were all out playing golf, one of my buddies were like, man, when is he going to get this thing going? We all missed that spot out there. So you got a lot of people really waiting to see what you've done with that. And I talked to a couple guys that have already got a sneak preview of what it looks like already, and they're pretty impressed.
Yeah, so no pressure, right?
Right.
No pressure to deliver. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good, man. Breakwater Growing Cantina, out there where the old Baja Ice House was, right above Canyon Lake Marina. Such a gorgeous spot, such a unique location, one of a kind. Um, we're aiming to make this one of the premier destination places to go, right? Obviously, we've had a huge feedback from all the locals, like yourself and your buddies. Excuse me, have had a Coors Light or two. Um,
It's
so
part of the business. It's part of
it
the
is.
business.
Fireball,
It
baby,
is.
fireball.
Yeah.
Hey,
But no,
hey,
we've had a
we're right with you, buddy.
awesome. So yeah, we're very stoked to have such a good. I mean, the locals have been blowing our Facebook up, and saying, "Hey, we can't wait, we can't wait, we can't wait," and that's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
We know that, Memorial Day through Labor Day, we're gonna hit all the tourists that flood the area, right? We know we're gonna do well there. But I grew up in Canyon Lake. My dad moved us out there. He's military. He moved us out there in '95, and I grew up there my, rest of my childhood life to adulthood life. And it's such a beautiful space out in Canyon Lake. And now we're going to try to add a restaurant that matches that, right? So, atmosphere, the same, we're going to do, it's what I call the formula of success. We're going to take that formula of success that we do at Double Shots, and we're just going to take it over to Breakwater, put Breakwater's name on it, put Breakwater's colors on it, the menu, all that kind of stuff, but just execute the same way. So great atmosphere. You can't beat that atmosphere. One of a kind.
Oh, no kidding.
The food is going to be phenomenal. We just started practicing some things and all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to have instead of doing fried catfish, we're going to step it up a notch. We're going to have fried redfish. And it just tastes so much better. It's such a better cut of fish. And we're going to do obviously fried shrimp, some mahi ceviche, oysters, peel and eat shrimp. And then obviously we'll do burgers, chicken sandwiches, all that kind of stuff, nachos, appetizers. We are bringing our lollipop wings from Double Shots out to the lake. So
nice.
You can enjoy those.
My favorite.
Yeah. So it's going to be great. I partnered up with Cody Reimer from Freiheit and Israel Trevino from Las Ventanas, as well as my partner, Jonathan Schott, JP Schott with Double Shots. And so Cody's going to help, promote the music aspect of it, because, that's what Freiheit does. They do it.
Sure.
They do it excellent.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a good
Awesome.
lineup for out there. And then, yeah, it's just going to be fun. It's a fun project. It's stressful right now, obviously. We would like to be open already, but, we want to make sure we do it right the first time. So just be patient with us. Hopefully we can announce an opening date soon. It'll be in the next 2 weeks for sure. It has to be.
Okay.
So we're not going to hit Labor Day, unfortunately. But, we've got our TABC license. We've got our sales tax stuff there. All the legalities are done. Now we're just putting the finishing touches on the property, final touches on the menu, staffing, training, and then we're ready to go.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask you, we had about 30 seconds left. And I was going to ask you if you had a date. All I ask is that when you do know the date, I would want a phone call so we can talk about it again and when
Yes,
that
sir.
date is. And hopefully you'll be out there where we can actually talk.
I'll be out there.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. I'll be out there. That's where I
Hey,
spend
Dave,
most of
I
my
like
time.
in an
these
RV
days.
because opening day he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, get a cot and put it upstairs and just leave. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But
Well-
again, shout out to my staff because they're making it all happen.
Well, Austin, I know you're real busy, man. I appreciate you taking some time out with us, man. We're up against the clock. And great job you did with the tournament. And afterwards, folks, listen, next year you all need to jump in on this because they know how to put a party on afterwards. I mean, it's the best of the best.
We're good at that.
It might cost, it might take you an Uber to get home, but it's worth every nickel. Let me tell you, he knows how to have fun.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, I'll catch up with you soon, man. Have a great rest of the week.
All right, guys. Talk to y'all later. Hook 'em.
All right. Cheers. Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. Dave and I come back. We're going to wrap this thing up. Golf After Hours. Keep that cold one going. We'll be right back.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at Landa Park Golf Course.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Welcome back, everybody. Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman, Dave Roberts. And boy, we had just a great show. I want to thank Rich Tyler for coming on the show. And folks, Dante's Bay is a place to go to. I got a funny hunch. We're all going to end up there somewhere in October. It's going to have to be after a wedding. My stepdaughter's getting married. And so we'll have to do something on the 13th there, but we got to plan something out to go down there. It's too awesome to pass up. And folks, check it out, man. Jump on our website, check it out, and stick around for Austin Hannah too when the Breakwater opens up. But man, go to Double Shots. You want to have a ball. You want to hang out and watch some of your favorite sports, and the view at Double Shots is awesome. And if you guys were out playing golf, you know what I'm talking about. Way too much fun. Hey,
folks, we want to say, hey, before you do that, let's say some hellos. We want to say Georgia Bridges. Thank you for the comment about a good show. We try, it's taken 17 years to be an overnight success. And El Tigre himself, Robert Guajardo, we want to say hi to you too. Hola, ¿cómo está usted? I just want to go with him on that one. But Joe Valentino's burning up the place. Mike, he's trying to book the ticket now, buddy. Oh, there we go. See who I was hanging out with today, Mr. Guajardo. I'm getting a little soft in my old age. Oh, my
God. Oh, God. Hey, folks, listen.
I think I've had too much Fireball tonight, Mike. No, I don't think I've had enough.
Well, hey, Gravy, that's going to wrap it up. I know you're staying up late for this, man. I appreciate you doing that all the time. Johnny G with GA Media. I mean, what a great job you guys do for us every week. And I want to thank everybody for chiming in. Most people watch it during the week, so I appreciate you guys. Hey, check it out too. You guys don't have to watch this anymore on a computer or anything. You can watch this on YouTube now. My wife watched it last week, sitting in the sofa, had herself some cheese and crackers and some wine, or maybe it was tequila. But now you can watch it. Kind of, you don't have to hang by a computer or a podcast or anything like that. You can catch us live on YouTube, soon to be on Spotify and iHeartRadio. So we're expanding as you guys. Hey, listen, as long as you guys keep watching this and sharing and stuff like that, this is Davey Gravy's my favorite hour of the week.
Mine too. And next week, I'll be broadcasting live from Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. So we're going national before we go world.
Davey's taking the show on the road, man, and he's going to introduce it to a lot of people out there. So Texas is still our base. We can't do anything without you, but we like the rest of the country as well. Thanks, Davey, for always doing that. And it's going to be a pretty good fall coming up. Hey, folks, if you're thinking about playing some golf this week, don't forget to go to TexasGolfInsider.com, download their digital book, give you links to all the websites, all their tee sheets, and it's all free. It doesn't cost you a dime. And,
say it, Mike. Say it. Say it. Come on. Say it. Tap that
It's the number one most picked up guide to golf in Texas. We're the only statewide publication, so enjoy it. It's soon to go bigger than that, I hope. Hey, folks, that's gonna wrap it up for Dave and I. Thanks again for watching. Keep watching during the week. Keep sharing. Until then, Dave and I'll be back next week. Rain or shine.
Book your tea time.
Have a great
Cheers,
weekend,
everyone.
everybody, and a great rest of the week. Cheers. We are out of here.